So we have come down to the lakes for the weekend. Unfortunately the weather's not going to be great. It's Friday today and we knew this was the only spell we had to actually get out and do a bit of a outdoor activity, so we decided to go for a walk throughout the Langdales. Got a bit lost, had some food which was lovely, and now we're just going to have a wee wander along the river here. And I'm just going to take some photographs on the way. Nothing planned. I think there's some nice kind of waterfalls and tarns I think that we're supposed to be passing. So I've decided to have a wee walk whilst the weather is dry because it's been chucking it down for the past couple of days. So taking the camera out, I'm currently walking along the shorefront of Windermere on the west side, looking for some possible compositions. Not too sure what I'm after. I might just be taking some of the foliage, some kind of close-up, some intimate landscape stuff, you know, instead of the big scenic wide vista stuff, getting a wee bit more close and personal to some of the moss that's on the rocks and things as well. In this place, as you can probably see behind me, it's very green because it's just coated in that in the moss, which is lovely. It's really great, and because of the recent rains, everything's really lush and it's still wet. So the contrast of the greens will be really fantastic. With that recent rainfall, it is literally 5 minutes ago just stopped. So yeah, taking the opportunity to come out, I'm going to have a look for some bits and pieces. I've just kind of stopped here because there's a fallen tree in the water. Again, absolutely cloaked in moss. So with the kind of greyishy blue sky / lake, that green might come off quite a bit. The only problem is it's quite close in, so it's quite busy. There must be some kind of nice shot I can get there, but I'm just not too sure what. So I'm going to have to investigate a wee bit further and see what I can come up with. Well, that's the rain back on again. Currently fortunate enough that I'm under canopy, and apologies about the audio. My lava mic battery is kaput. But as I said, I'm sheltered at the moment. I'm in the mood, so it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to catch some of this, it's like a fern that's growing on a tree stump that has fallen into the water, and again it's surrounded by the moss, so the blue greyness is really kind of throwing off the green quite nicely. So I'm taking some close-ups there. I might take some kind of, take a step back, kind of pull back a wee bit and take the whole of the tree, but I'm quite happy with going in on the small details of what this tree has to offer. It's a new day and it's a dry day, which is fantastic. It was absolutely beautiful this morning. Had the drone up briefly, just catching the sun coming up, which was lovely light on the lake. And actually Claire and I decided to have a walk this morning and head over to a kind of nearby pub, which is over the hill to the right of me. Walked there for some pub grub for lunch. It was just really nice. It's a nice walk. It's just a good distance without having to be too strenuous and you're knackered. So you actually walk there and walk back, and it creates a loop which is just great, and you get some fantastic views of the lakes, and it actually goes through forests as well, pine forest, which is really quite beautiful, especially when it's dry. It makes the walk a wee bit more appealing. So I'm currently just having a wee wander along to find out any possible photo opportunities. I'm heading south on Windermere at the moment, which is the different version, a different route than where I took the last time, because I was actually heading north. I'm on the same side, I'm just looking for different locations to take shots on. The problem with going this way is there's lots of boats this way. There's dotted islands, which creates a natural marina, harbour for the boats to moor in, which is nice. It's lovely. It's gorgeous to look at. But if you're after these minimal distraction shots, unfortunately, having boats. There's a chopper flying above us. Yeah, as I was saying before, the chopper flew over uninterrupted. Yeah, all that kind of minimal, long exposure, soft water shot with boats bobbing around in the background, it's not ideal. But I'm just going to kind of embrace it, and what I might do is really kind of stretch out the exposure to quite a lengthy time. So hopefully you'll get the imagery of the boats in the background, but they become almost ghost-like because they're moving around, and that might add to the image. It might just make it too messy, but we'll see. Might as well give it a go whilst we're here, and see what kind of shots come out of it. So all I have to do now is find some compositions, looking for kind of like before, old fallen trees into the lake, things like that, to take shots of. But not really having an awful lot of luck at the moment. But I shall keep walking and hopefully come across something that could have a possible image at the end of it. Let's see what we can find. Right, so I'm just going to walk you through what I'm doing at the moment. Currently got the Helios 44M, which is an old-fashioned 50mm, and the benefit of that is it really throws a strange kind of blur at the backdrop. I was trying to cut out as much of the distractions behind the fallen logs as much as possible, but it's still not enough. And the problem is when you open up the f-stop on this, it really throws things way out of focus. You get that bokeh, which is extreme. So if I'm focusing on part of this fallen tree, the rest of it is just blurry, and it's not enough blurry. You can still kind of make it out, so it's not really the ideal effect. And what I've had to do, this is such an old lens, it's all manual focus, there's no autofocus, there's nothing electronic on it whatsoever. It's literally just a bit of glass you've stuck in a stick on the camera. So because this is all manual focus, what I've done is on the C3 button on the Sony a7 III, I've made that a zoom in, so it punches in exactly where you want to focus, adjust the focus, then you're good to go. It's just a lot more accurate that way, and it's nice to have that custom button right at your disposal where you can just punch in, quickly get the right focus, and then you're good to go, take the shot, and that's that. So I'm doing it in stages with where I'm focusing on this shot. That's what I'm currently doing. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe and share as well if you know other people that might like this video content. It's not too frequently that I upload videos, but I try and do it more and more often as time allows. I've said before in other videos that summertime I really struggle with the conditions. It's always too bright, it's too busy with lots of people kicking around. Now we're getting into autumn time, it's a lot more appealing to come out with the camera, so usually my video upload schedule increases. So I'll leave it at that, and I hope you enjoy the images which I'll show now, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care, see you guys later.